At my brother's picture-perfect wedding, his bride leaned in with a smile meant only for me and whispered the words that shattered the last illusion of family. The help is supposed to use the service entrance. Sweetie, so as the processional began, I did what any good sister would do. I walked out, opened my laptop, and pulled the $400,000 financial plug on their entire fairy tale. After all, I was the one who had secretly been paying for it. ***, my name is Ava Thorne. I'm 25 years old. To my family and everyone at that wedding, I'm the artsy, scatterbrained younger sister who paints murals for coffee shops and could never quite get her life together like my golden boy brother, Asher. They see the paint stains on my jeans and mistake them for a lack of ambition. What they don't see, what I've carefully hidden, is that those stains are from a specific, archival-grade acrylic, the kind used by the anonymous street artist Vespertine, whose large-scale installations sell for more than my parents' house. I'm not a starving artist. I'm a ghost, and I've been funding their lives from the shadows for years. The air in the Hamptons estate was thick with the scent of gardenias and old money. I stood at the edge of the manicured lawn, a splash of dissonant color in my deep violet dress amidst a sea of beige and champagne. My brother, Asher, was marrying Celeste Vanderbilt, and it was, as the society pages would declare, the union of the season. To the 300 assembled guests, I was Ava Thorne, the creative one, the one with the interesting life, a polite euphemism for the child who hadn't gone into finance, law, or marrying well, yet. What they didn't know, what Asher and my parents certainly didn't know, was that the small trust fund from a distant relative that had paid for my graduate school and my Brooklyn loft was me. The lucky breaks and anonymous grants that kept my public arts nonprofit afloat were me. The silent, majority investor in my father's floundering golf course renovation? Also me. My art, under the name Vespertine, was a global phenomenon. And my money had built this very wedding. It was supposed to be my final, secret gift to Asher. A way to give him the flawless day he wanted without the burden of my family's conditional love. I'd structured it all through a series of blind trusts and shell companies. A financial mural no one could trace back to the girl with paint under her nails. The string quartet began Pachelbel's canon. The sun dappled through the ancient oak trees. It was perfect. Then Celeste appeared, not at the end of the aisle where she belonged, but gliding toward me. A viper in Vera Wong, her smile was broadcast to the guests, but her eyes, when they met mine, were arctic. Ava, darling, she breathed, her hand clamping onto my forearm like a jeweled vice. There's been the most awkward hiccup. Her voice was a sugar-coated razor. The wedding planner, an absolute imbecile, miscounted. We're a seat short at the family table. It would be such a help if you watched from the terrace. It's really for the best. You understand how these things look. She gestured dismissively toward a stone balcony off the second floor. A place meant for servants to observe, not participate. The message was crystalline. I was a stain on the portrait. I was to be cropped out. My gaze flew to Asher, standing by the altar. He saw the exchange. He saw Celeste's grip on my arm. I watched his face, his handsome, successful, always correct face cycle through panic. Then resignation, then a silent, pleading look that said, Ava, please. Just do it, for me. That look broke something in me that had been cracking for 25 years. The careful wall between Ava the sister and Vespertine the powerhouse crumbled into dust. A profound, icy calm settled over me. This wasn't about family anymore. This was a breach of contract. I simply nodded at Celeste. Of course, I said, my voice flat. I understand perfectly. I turned. I didn't head for the stone staircase to the terrace. I walked straight down the center aisle, a reverse processional of one. A wave of confused whispers followed me. I didn't look back. As soon as I cleared the ornate garden gate, I pulled my phone from my clutch. Not the normal one. A custom-built device with more security than a Swiss bank. I opened an app labeled only with a V, a retinal scan, a 10-digit code. I accessed the event dashboard. Thorne Vanderbilt nuptials, status, live, total disbursements pending. $412,883.15. My thumb hovered for a second over the pulsing hold button. I could hear the music swelling, the officiant's voice beginning. I thought of Asher's pleading face, choosing his new life over his old one. I tapped the screen. Not hold. I went deeper into the core protocols. Greater than initiate full event termination. Reason, principal party excluded under coercion, breach of good faith. Greater than authorization, Vespertine Omega. Confirm cancellation of all vendor payments and release of escrow. Greater than YA green checkmark flashed. Termination sequence executed, all funds recalled. Vendors notified. It was done. The digital river of money that fed the estate, the florist, the celebrity chef. The bandit dried up instantly. Automated. Legally airtight notifications would be hitting every vendor's inbox due to a fundamental breach of the master event agreement. All services are to cease immediately. Pending payments are cancelled. I got into my car, a modest-looking hybrid that was, like everything else in my life, far more than it appeared, and drove to a coastal bluff a few miles away. I turned off my regular phone, the one my family could call. The first alert came to my secure line 20 minutes later. A text from Asher, all caps, "Ava, what did you do? The caterer is leaving with all the food. The band stopped playing. They say the contract is void. Call me now." Then the deluge. My mother, Ava Thorne, explain yourself this instant. My father, this is not a joke, young lady. Unknown numbers. Celeste's name flashed again and again. I let the device buzz on the passenger seat, a cacophony of collapsing worlds. An hour later, as the sun began to bleed into the Atlantic, a familiar black SUV roared into the lookout point. Asher exploded from the driver's seat, his tuxedo shirt untucked, face contorted in fury and disbelief. Celeste stumbled out behind him, her pristine dress now smudged with dirt and grass, her perfect composure replaced by raw, shaking hysteria. She screamed, her voice ragged. "You vile, jealous little witch. You've ruined everything. I'll destroy you. I'll have you arrested. You have nothing, but I will take the clothes off your back." Asher strode up, grabbing my shoulders. "Ava, talk to me. How is this even possible? The estate manager said the primary funder just revoked everything." "Who did you call? What did you say?" I gently pried his hands off. "I didn't call anyone, Asher. The system did. The one that was paying for all of it. It has a fail-safe, a morality clause, if you will. It triggers when a core beneficiary is maliciously excluded." They stared at me, blank, uncomprehending. "What system?" Asher demanded. "What are you talking about?" "The Vespertine Trust, Asher, the anonymous donor for your wedding. The one who paid the deposits, the one holding the escrow." I kept my voice calm, analytical. "You were so thrilled with the strings-free money, you never asked who Vespertine was." Asher's face went slack. The color drained, leaving him pale as the moon rising behind him. The pieces were crashing together in his mind: my art, my sudden grants, my constant financial secrecy. "No, that's a massive foundation. It funds museums." "It's not a foundation," I said, looking directly at Celeste, whose rage was freezing into terrified confusion. "It's me. I am Vespertine. The platform that funded your wedding is designed to resist exploitation. You tried to exploit it by excluding its architect, so it shut down. It's not emotional. It's algorithmic." The truth, delivered in such a cold, logical manner, was more devastating than any scene. Celeste looked from me to Asher, her social calculus failing utterly. She hadn't just snubbed her sister-in-law. She had accidentally declared war on a sovereign entity and lost in seconds. "You're Vespertine?" Asher whispered, the scale of his ignorance and my deception swallowing him whole. "All this time?" "All this time," I confirmed. "The termination is permanent. The event, in the system's logic, is compromised. The money is already being returned to its source." I reached into my bag and pulled out a simple, engraved titanium card. I handed it to Celeste. It bore only a stylized V and a website, vespertine-prime.com. "If you require philanthropic or event funding in the future," I said, my tone leaving no doubt that this would never happen. "You now know the correct point of contact. Though I believe my criteria for good faith may be too stringent for you." I turned and got into my car. In the rearview mirror, I saw them standing there, two silhouettes against the dramatic sunset, surrounded by the invisible ruins of a castle whose foundation they never understood. The kindly ghost who had haunted their lives, funding their comforts, had just materialized. Dan flicked off the light. I drove back to the city, to my studio filled with unfinished canvases and real, earned chaos. The quiet sister was gone. In her place was just me, Ava, who also happened to be Vespertine. And for the first time, that felt like more than enough. ***.